Welcome to Movie Bitches RuView episode 4. Whoa.
I'm excited!
Yay!
RuPaul's Drag Race!
Ah!
So this week, the queens had to break up into 3 groups and do new wave, different facets of new wave performances.
Yes, girl groups. And Blondie was judging.
Debbie Harry, yes.
Well, and the producer.
Oh, and yeah, it was kind of a weird title. It was like, and one of the founders of Blondie. It was clearly because he was like a gigantic fan of the show.
Huge fan.
That he was like,
which I love. That's wonderful.
Debbie, you're going to be a guest judge in Drag Race? You absolutely have to bring me with you. Like, that's what happened.
The co-founder of Blondie, Chris Stein. I hear you're a fan of the show.
I watch everything religiously.
Anyway, it was a strong episode, I thought.
It was.
It still wasn't as long as I would like.
No.
What's going on?
Oh my God.
Like, you teased us.
They did tease us.
These extra long episodes, bumming out.
Yeah.
So, I think Derrick's limitations are catching up with him.
I agree. Derrick really reminds me of Courtney Act. Courtney Act was better.
Yes.
But it still reminds me, like, all of the problems I had with Courtney, where it was like, Courtney, who are you? What's your personality?
Like,
you're not really funny, but like you sing and you're pretty great, but like, it wasn't like a fully rounded character or a person. It was kind of like, who are you?
Yeah. Michelle last week told him, like, I don't see your soul. Like, I don't know who you are. And he took that as, like,
I don't have a soul.
I don't have a soul. And then when Bob and everyone tried to, like, explain it to him, later it seemed like he took I don't have soul as I'm not black.
Michelle said you don't have soul. She didn't say you don't have a soul.
And then I'll just start twerking. Come on, Berry Booty Challenge.
Like, they kept using the word, like, soul as, like, an inference for black.
Chi will help us soul this up, too.
Yeah.
Yikes.
To be like, well, Chi can teach us some soul because she's black. Like, it was that. That was happening.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
There's a lot of drama in the challenge.
Well, didn't it feel like Bob and Acid Betty, like, switched attitudes this episode?
Right?
It was so weird.
It was so weird.
I feel like Acid Betty was in a real good mood this week.
No, okay, I think so. One, I think maybe, just maybe, Acid Betty, like, took a moment after being called out for being a cunt and toned it down.
Yes.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm also just gonna say she was with a much stronger team this time. You know, it was 2 other girls. It was a smaller team and a stronger team.
I don't think she's really all that ballsy.
No.
When it comes down to it.
No.
And I don't think she thinks she can boss Bob or Thorgy around.
No.
I think she's like, ooh, they'll fucking call me out.
Yeah. This
week it seemed like her heart grew 3 sizes.
Yeah.
and in fact her runway she looked like the Grinch, so it worked out. It was great. Anyway, Bob, I think what happened, Bob won last week.
Yes.
I think it freaked him the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because he was in a mood.
I mean, I think that perhaps he and Thorgy just don't work together well. Sure. Because Thorgy is a very calculated, like, cerebral person. Yes. And Bob is an improv, cerebral in a different way, though. So I think that those styles clash.
Yeah.
Bob is gonna be like, well, how about this idea, whatever. Like, and Thorgy's just gonna go, and it's gonna drive Bob crazy.
Yes.
And I think that that's just kind of, she was in an annoyed, bitchy mood. Mm-hmm. And took it out on Lucian.
I'm just trying to direct you to be more cool.
That's how they sound to me. What do you mean by more cool?
To be fair, I think Lucian was wrong.
Like, the song that they were performing legitimately just sounded like Rock Lobster. Like, it was just a B-52 song.
Yep.
And him saying, well, sound like the B-52s, but do, but don't. Like, it was confusing.
It was confusing. Didn't get the Lord reference at all.
Just that he doesn't like her?
No, I mean, I didn't get what Lucian was trying to say about Lord.
He was just trying to, like, find someone who has a thing, which Lord seems like a real bad example. As, like, her thing is she looks like Morticia? I don't know.
I don't even know.
But, like, that's the whole South Park joke is, like, what the fuck
Yeah,
is Lord's deal? So when Lucian was like, like Lord.
It's like, huh?
But like had Bob just said, okay.
Absolutely.
Because when they performed, I was like, this is the same.
It was totally the same, and it was good. And Lucian was like, it was good. Everyone else was like, it was good.
I love Kimchi and Naomi, who are slowly becoming my two favorites.
Yes.
I really like both of them.
I like Robbie too.
I was just going to say, Robbie, who we were on a team, was really growing on me.
Yeah.
At first, he was a lot.
Yes.
And he seems to have calmed down.
And yes.
A lot of times that happens when, like, a real kind of brassy, chatty queen gets in the bottom.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, okay, I need to, like, pull it together.
But she actually pulled it together, I think.
She literally pulled it together.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think they were overly harsh on her last week. Because I thought her runway look was good.
I really liked her runway look. Her performance was terrible.
Oh, it was a mess.
But, again, Derrick should have been at the bottom. And again, this week, Derrick should have been at the bottom.
I mean, the only thing I can guess at this point is that Ru was keeping her around for next week for Snatch Game.
She's literally keeping her around for Snatch Game to do Britney, and if she doesn't, like, win, she's probably going home. That's my theory.
Yeah.
So, this week on the main stage, something very exciting happened.
Oh my god.
I, like, jumped out of my seat.
Gasped.
RuPaul was wearing pants?
I mean, leggings, even.
She has legs. We
physically saw her legs,
I mean,
you guys.
it was insane. I'm so here for it. I was so excited about it, and I hope that this continues and that she gets more variety in her looks. Because, like, the
roller skates, now the leggings.
Yeah, she's branching out.
Keep it fresh.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So, the runway looks, the theme was neon.
No one was a disaster.
Well, I thought Thorgy's look was real bad.
Well, okay.
Like, the dress itself was okay, but with the sideburns and
the like, throat stripe.
Black, like, short bangs, but then the neon, like, messy. And
Fair.
Then the, like, the weird eyelashes. It was
like Ru said, she was doing too much. She needed to edit.
I really was. That was, for me, the worst runway look.
Edit.
It was yikes. And then Chi-Chi's was pretty bad.
Chi-Chi's was, I mean, it was no...
it was no tiny
Cynthia,
cowboy hat, dry fit shorts.
It wasn't...
That's probably going to go down in history.
I mean, it really will.
Yeah.
But I like her, and I think she has more
her.
to go. It was clear she wasn't going to go home this week.
No, and that's why I kind of wanted Derrick to be in the bottom to prove that he should stay.
Yeah.
Like, if he had sucked on that lip sync, there's no reason for him to be here.
I kind of wish it was Derrick and Naysha.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Derrick should have sent Naysha home instead of Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi's performance was stronger than both of them in the performing.
Yes.
So, like, what?
Betty, okay, so I can't decide.
Betty was like a 1950s creature from the Black Lagoon, neon reptile fish person, which was different.
Because she was like doing
I
fish
get it.
realness
I get
in a
it.
different sense.
Yeah.
And like...
It's like, why don't they have... The runway was so fast.
It was so fast.
It was like, that's the Betty, Kimchi, da-da-da-da-da, and they didn't have any time for, like, the little cute voiceovers that they do. Like, I'm doing 1950s Black Lagoon fish realness.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I want to hear all of that. So, I don't know. It looked interesting and cool. It was certainly striking.
It was. There was something about it.
I think it was cleaner than last week's look.
I preferred it to last week.
Yeah.
I still not sure I liked it.
Fair. Bob's look was... All I remember about it was that he had, like, a drippy puddle on his head.
Oh, yeah, the like, drippy paint puddle.
But the actual, like, clothing, I don't recall.
I think it was fine.
It was, like, more polished than he's been, and I was like, sure.
Sure.
Naysha was wearing, like, a neon fringe Dayglow.
I liked her rhinestone
bodysuit. She had a Nina Flowers thing going on.
Yes,
I thought
absolutely.
It was like an androgyny to her. That was pretty cool looking.
I thought her look was great.
Yeah. Derrick's look was...
What was it? Like the geometric
It was like a rainbow
neon.
bright, like
It
bathing
looked
suit.
like something that Shelley Long would have worn in Troop Beverly Hills.
But it would have been better.
Well, sure.
She's very boring to me.
She's really boring.
I'm losing
That's the thing.
patience.
It's the same.
I'm losing patience
Yeah.
for Derrick. Naomi had like a really cute 80s pink see-through tennis outfit.
I like Naomi more and more. I think she deserves to win a challenge.
I like her.
Hope that...
She's consistently been like very good.
Yeah.
And I always like her looks. She seems like a cool person. I really like her. Kim Chi she did like a Picasso half and half face.
Clown look.
I don't even know what her clothes looked like. It was like some big pink cape. I didn't care because she just looked crazy, and I was like, yes, like sure.
Yep.
Love it. Robbie had like a Scarlett O'Hara. Robbie Turner, the winner.
Oh, Robbie.
Robbie.
It sounded like you said Robbie.
Robbie.
And I was like, who's that?
Robbie Turner had like a Scarlett O'Hara. Robbie.
Yeah. Yes.
It was like a pink Scarlett O'Hara thing.
Yeah. It kind of reminded me of, because didn't she wear that red Vera Wang dress?
Yeah, but this was better. It fit
This
better.
was better.
This fit
and
better.
the color, it was more fun, and so I think it was more
It
exciting.
didn't swallow her up.
But it was a similar silhouette.
It was
That's
like
all I'll say.
It's like a big ball gown.
That's all I'll say. But yes, I liked it.
Yeah.
And she won.
Yes.
And I was excited for her.
Yeah, I'm liking her more. So Chi and Naysha ended up in the bottom.
Yeah.
And they had to sing "Call Me" by Blondie. It was a pretty good lip sync. There was a long stretch of time where there was no lyrics. So everyone just decided it was like aerobic gymnastics tumbling time. And everyone was like just flipping around.
Backflips and side flips and splits and
all of it. It was pretty close.
It was pretty close.
Chi
was better, but I was like, I guess this could go either way.
I still think Derrick should have been down there. Naysha would have kicked his ass.
I think so. I think you're right.
It'll be interesting if, when he's in the bottom, they give him a Britney song. Like, do you think that could happen?
No, I don't think
Do you
they
think there's
would.
a planet where that could happen?
I mean, there is, but that's so not cool.
So not cool. So in Untucked,
Yes.
I was so excited to see, because the runway was so rushed this week, I was really excited to see Kim Chi's like just stare at Kim Chi's look for a while, or her makeup.
Because like her eyes, the way for a second I thought her eyes were closed.
It was a total optical illusion.
It was a total optical illusion.
It was cool.
She's a really, really good makeup artist.
Yeah.
Like artist. I really like her still.
I love Kim Chi. I think she's great.
Yeah.
The only other thing I wanted to mention from Untucked was, well, that Naysha is a class act.
Naysha is a class act.
And I like her. And I think she's a cool person. And I'm glad she was on the show.
Yeah, me too. I would go see her show.
Yeah. And at the end, she's driving away in the van.
Oh my god.
And the driver was so awkward. And he kept just being like, the camera's there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you filming? What's happening?
It was really weird.
Either way, great episode. Loving the season.
I just love the show.
I think Snatch Game this season is going to be very decisive.
Yes.
Yes. If Robbie sucks at Snatch Game, he could be right back at the bottom. Right? Because that's his thing. If Derrick doesn't prove himself Snatch Game, bottom.
And the thing is, okay, so...
And I feel like Naomi is going to be surprisingly amazing and be yes.
I could see that. I think Derrick is fucked.
Yeah.
Because the thing is even if Derrick does do Britney, what are you gonna do?
Well, and no, because Tatiana already did Britney and it was great.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. I don't remember that.
She surprised everyone and she won. Yep.
What season was that? Who's Tatiana? Well, I don't remember this.
Tatiana was the girl that was always playing with her hair and doing this, and she was like, oh my god. She was on Tyra's season. She was on season 2, and she was just always like, oh my god. And she was really pretty and fishy, and she was just like, oh my god. Her and Raven did not get along.
Oh, Raven.
Suffice to say.
Sure.
Yes! Oh, that was very...